Welcome to our channel, where we explore the hidden treasures in American coinage. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of the Monticello Jefferson nickel, one of the most iconic and sought-after coins in the United States. Specifically, we will focus on the top 12 most valuable Jefferson nickels, spanning various mint marks and conditions. These coins are not only a glimpse into U.S. history but also an opportunity for collectors to uncover extraordinary value at auctions and private sales. So let's get started. First up, the United States Monticello Jefferson nickel, 5-cent coin dated with the D mint mark, and specifically examples found in worn condition. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary, something you might have spent years ago without a second thought. But in the world of numismatics, even a well-used nickel can carry surprising importance. Certain D Jefferson nickels have captured collector attention, created auction buzz, and in special cases have sold for far more than their face value. Let's dive deep and uncover why this humble coin still matters. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. By 1969, the Monticello nickel had become a familiar part of everyday American life. The D nickel was struck at the Denver Mint during a time of heavy coin production, as the U.S. economy demanded large quantities of circulating coinage. These nickels were made of a copper-nickel alloy and were intended strictly for commerce, not for collectors. As a result, most entered circulation immediately and experienced years of wear, which is why worn examples are so commonly found today. The D Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, with the word Liberty and the date clearly visible when wear is not excessive. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, along with E pluribus unum, Monticello, and 5 cents. On worn coins, fine details such as Jefferson's hair, cheekbone, and the steps of Monticello are often softened or partially missing. However, collectors carefully examine these nickels for strike quality, die characteristics, off-metal errors, double dies, or unusual surface features that can dramatically change a coin's desirability even when the coin shows clear circulation wear. The D Jefferson nickel is not rare, but rarity in coin collecting is not always about mintage numbers alone. What drives demand is scarcity in specific conditions or varieties. Worn examples that display unusual mint errors, repunched mint marks, die cracks, or dramatic off-center strikes can become genuinely scarce. Additionally, nickels that survived circulation without harsh cleaning or corrosion are more appealing to collectors than heavily damaged pieces. Error coin specialists and Jefferson nickel enthusiasts actively search for these anomalies, creating steady demand whenever a verified rare variety appears on the market. 4 typical worn D Jefferson nickels with no special features. Market value usually ranges from $203,000, depending on overall eye appeal. However, coins with verified mint errors or notable varieties can sell for $203,000 at auction. In extreme cases such as dramatic errors, unique die varieties, or coins certified by major grading services, prices can climb even higher. Auction records show that collector competition, authentication, and presentation play a major role in pushing these prices upward, even for coins that once jingled in everyday pockets. Collectors should always examine D Jefferson nickels carefully under good lighting and magnification. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering, irregular mint marks, off-center designs, or strange textures on the metal. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can permanently reduce value. Storing the nickel in a protective holder helps preserve what remains of its surfaces. If you suspect you found something special, professional authentication and grading can be the key step that transforms a simple worn nickel into a recognized collectible with real market value. The D Monticello Jefferson nickel proves that even a worn, everyday coin can hold hidden potential. While most examples are modest in value, certain rare varieties and errors have earned serious attention in the auction market and sold for impressive dollar amounts. For collectors, this coin is a reminder that knowledge, patience, and careful observation can turn small changes into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history and sometimes into a surprisingly valuable discovery. Keep checking your nickels, because the next one could tell a story worth far more than 5 cents. Next up, the 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. While it may appear worn and ordinary at first glance, this rare coin has captured the attention of numismatists and investors alike due to its scarcity and the high value it commands in the auction market. In this video, we'll explore the history, features, rarity, and current market value of this classic 5-cent coin, along with tips for collectors seeking to add it to their collection. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by the artist Felix Schlag, the coin pays tribute to Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. On the obverse, Jefferson's portrait is prominently displayed, while the reverse features Monticello, his historic Virginia estate. The Yi Jefferson nickel belongs to the post-World War II era, a time when coin production was stable, and mint marks were a crucial indicator of origin. Coins without a mint mark from this period were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making them notable for collectors who focus on provenance and minting history. The 1957 Jefferson nickel is crafted from a durable alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a characteristic silver-gray tone. One of its most striking features is the detailed depiction of Monticello on the reverse, which showcases Jefferson's architectural legacy. Even in worn condition, the outline of the estate and Jefferson's facial features remain identifiable, which allows collectors to authenticate the coin. The absence of a mint mark further distinguishes it, signaling its production at the Philadelphia Mint. For numismatists, subtle variations in strike quality, surface toning, and wear patterns can make a significant difference in the coin's collectible value. While Jefferson nickels were minted in large quantities during the 1950s, the 1957 issue without a mint mark has grown increasingly rare in the market, especially among coins that have survived decades in any recognizable condition. Worn examples, though not pristine, still attract attention because they are harder to find than circulated coins with clear mint marks or coins from more common years. Collector demand remains high due to Jefferson nickel's historical significance, iconic design, and the growing interest in mid-20th century coinage. Those who specialize in completing full-date and mint mark collections often prioritize obtaining this specific 1957 Philadelphia strike. The 1957 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in worn condition can fetch between $304,000 in typical collector markets, depending on the severity of wear and the demand at auction. Coins that are exceptionally well preserved despite circulation can command higher prices, sometimes reaching $304,000 or more among dedicated collectors. Rarely, coins with unique toning, strike errors, or unusual circulation patterns can significantly exceed these standard values. Compared to common modern nickels, this coin stands out for its collectability and potential as a modest investment for coin enthusiasts. For collectors seeking to acquire a 1957 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, it's important to focus on authenticity and condition. Examine coins closely for signs of damage, cleaning, or corrosion, as these factors can greatly affect market value. Purchasing from reputable dealers or auction houses is recommended, as they provide verified grading and provenance. Additionally, keeping the coin in a protective holder will help preserve it for future generations and maintain its collectible value. Patience is key. Acquiring rare coins often requires monitoring auctions and coin shows, where hidden treasures occasionally appear. The 1957 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a small but significant piece of American history. Its rarity, historical background, and continued demand in the collector market make it a valuable coin to pursue, even in worn condition. For numismatists and casual collectors alike, this coin represents an accessible yet meaningful addition to any collection. Whether you're looking to invest, preserve history, or simply enjoy the artistry of American coinage, the 1957 Jefferson nickel offers both charm and value. Next up, the 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically the rare version without a mint mark. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds significant value for collectors due to its historical significance, rarity, and unique features. If you've ever wondered how a simple 5-cent piece could command hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars at auction, this video will uncover all the secrets behind this iconic coin. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and was designed by sculptor Felix Schlag. Its obverse features the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. The Yi edition of the Jefferson nickel holds a special place in history as it was one of the first nickels struck after the end of World War II. Unlike the wartime nickels from 1942 to 1945, which contained silver, the 1,946 nickels returned to the standard composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This return to the pre-war metal content marked a significant moment in U.S. coinage history, reflecting a country transitioning from wartime scarcity to peacetime normalcy. the United Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, often referred to as the Philadelphia 1946 nickel, is especially prized by collectors. Its obverse showcases a clear, detailed profile of Thomas Jefferson, with sharp details in his hair and facial features. On the reverse, Monticello is presented in a refined and classic design, with crisp lines that highlight the architecture of Jefferson's estate. Coins in circulated condition may show signs of wear, particularly on Jefferson's cheek and Monticello's steps, but even these signs of age do not diminish its collector appeal. Additionally, subtle variations in strike depth and die alignment can make certain specimens even more desirable, adding to their uniqueness in the auction market. The 1946 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is relatively common in terms of mintage numbers. However, high-grade examples or coins with exceptional eye appeal are extremely rare. Collectors prize this coin not only for its historical context but also for its connection to the post-war era, representing a tangible piece of American history. Its popularity in collections, combined with limited availability in higher grades, has created strong demand. Coin collectors are especially on the lookout for specimens that have avoided heavy circulation wear, or those with particularly attractive toning, as these factors significantly increase their desirability. The value of a 1946 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can vary widely depending on its condition. Circulated coins in average condition typically sell for around $405,000. However, coins in higher circulated grades with strong details and minimal wear can fetch between $405,000. Exceptional coins in near uncirculated or mint state conditions are far more valuable, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars at auction. Rare collector examples with exceptional eye appeal or certification from a recognized grading service can even surpass the $5,000 mark, highlighting just how sought after these nickels can be in the numismatic community. For those interested in adding a 1946 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark to their collection, it is important to carefully evaluate the coin's condition. Even in circulated condition, coins with clear details and minimal damage are preferable. Paying attention to subtle variations in the strike and overall eye appeal can also make a significant difference in long-term value. When purchasing, consider buying from reputable dealers or auctions, and always compare prices to ensure you are getting a fair deal. Additionally, storing coins in a safe, dry environment and handling them with care will help maintain their condition and protect their value over time. The 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a 5-cent coin. It is a piece of American history, a symbol of the post-war era, and a valuable treasure for collectors. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a beginner just starting your collection, this nickel offers both historical significance and the potential for investment value. Remember, every coin has a story, and the United Jefferson nickel tells a story that spans history, artistry, and the enduring appeal of U.S. coinage. So keep your eyes open, handle your coins carefully, and who knows, you may just uncover the next gem in your collection. Next up, the 1954 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists. Today, we dive deep into this remarkable 5-cent coin, exploring its history, unique features, rarity, and the potential it holds for collectors seeking big dollar value. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a curious enthusiast, this coin offers a captivating glimpse into mid-20th century American minting and the thriving market for rare coins. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it quickly became a symbol of American ingenuity and historical pride. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic Monticello home on the reverse. By 1954, the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for over 15 years, and coins from this era are noted for their distinct design, silver-free composition, and historical significance. What makes the 1954 edition particularly intriguing is the absence of a mint mark, which indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This detail alone can greatly influence its desirability among collectors, especially when found in well-preserved condition. The 1954 Jefferson nickel stands out for its meticulous design and unique features. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's profile is finely detailed, capturing both his distinctive facial features and the sharp lines of his hair and coat. The inscriptions "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1954 are crisply rendered, and coins in excellent condition often show a subtle, reflective luster that enhances their appeal. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's stately Virginia estate, with striking architectural detail, from the columns to the dome. Coins that retain full details in both the obverse and reverse are highly sought after, as they reflect the artistry and precision of mid-century minting practices. Over time, the 1954 Jefferson nickel has also developed minor variations in strike quality and surface texture, adding an extra layer of intrigue for serious collectors. Rarity plays a crucial role in the allure of this coin. While millions of Jefferson nickels were produced during the 1950s, coins without mint marks in excellent condition have become increasingly scarce. Many circulated examples show heavy wear, loss of detail, or discoloration, which makes well-preserved specimens even more valuable. Collectors highly prize coins that maintain their original surface, sharp design, and minimal marks, creating intense competition in the auction market. The demand for this coin is fueled not only by its age and beauty but also by the enduring popularity of Jefferson nickel series collecting. Numismatists often seek out coins like the 1954 Philadelphia strike to complete high-grade collections, driving up market prices and interest in both online and live auctions. Current market values for the 1954 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark vary significantly depending on condition. Circulated coins with noticeable wear may fetch modest prices in the range of a few $506,000 at auction, particularly if they exhibit exceptional luster, sharpness, and minimal imperfections. Certified coins graded by professional numismatic services often achieve the highest prices, as collectors have confidence in their authenticity and quality. In recent years, rare examples of this coin have appeared in major auctions, demonstrating that historical significance combined with scarcity can translate into substantial financial value. For collectors interested in acquiring or preserving a 1954 Jefferson nickel, there are several key tips to keep in mind. First, pay close attention to the coin's condition, as even minor scratches, discoloration, or cleaning can dramatically affect value. Seek coins with strong strike details and natural luster. Second, consider certification through reputable grading services to ensure authenticity and maximize market appeal. Third, stay informed about market trends and past auction results, as these provide insight into realistic pricing and demand. Finally, handle coins carefully, using gloves or protective holders to prevent damage and preserve their long-term value. These practices will help both new and experienced collectors make informed decisions and safeguard their investments. In conclusion, the 1954 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a 5-cent coin. It is a tangible piece of American history and a testament to the enduring allure of coin collecting. Its rich design, historical significance, rarity, and auction market potential make it a highly desirable coin for collectors and investors alike. Whether you are drawn to its artistic beauty, historical context, or potential financial reward, this coin represents a fascinating opportunity to connect with America's past while participating in a vibrant and rewarding hobby. For anyone passionate about rare coins, the 1954 Jefferson nickel is a treasure worth seeking, preserving, and celebrating. Next up, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. Often overlooked in pocket change, this humble 5-cent coin from the United States Mint has emerged as a surprising treasure for collectors, especially in higher grades and rare auction appearances. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about coins with real dollar value, stick around as we uncover the story, the features, its rarity, and what this coin can fetch on today's market. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of United States coinage since it replaced the Buffalo nickel in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. In 1962, the Philadelphia Mint produced this nickel without any mint mark, which was the standard practice for that mint at the time. The absence of a mint mark identifies it as a Philadelphia strike and distinguishes it from Denver issues which bear a small D mark. In total, over 97 million of these Philadelphia nickels were struck in 1962, making it a common date in circulated condition today. Despite its large production, the coin carries a deep connection to Jefferson's legacy, representing both his image and architectural footprint for generations of Americans who used it in everyday commerce. And while many of these coins were spent and forgotten, a small number survived in remarkable condition, leading collectors to hunt them down for their collections and investment potential. The 1962 Jefferson nickel looks like millions of other nickels minted that year, but there are several elements that make it unique and worth examining more closely. Measuring 21.21 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5 grams, this coin is made of a copper-nickel alloy that gives it its classic silvery sheen. The obverse displays a dignified portrait of Jefferson with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1962. On the reverse, Monticello Jefferson's famed estate is depicted below the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum," United States of America, and 5 cents. A key feature that advanced collectors pay attention to is the strike quality on the Monticello steps. Coins with very sharp, fully defined steps, sometimes referred to as full steps by graders, are significantly rarer and command higher prices. In everyday rusty or worn condition, the details of these steps often fade away, but in pristine examples they reveal why collectors prize them so highly. The 1962 no-minute marked nickel is abundant in a worn, circulated condition. Its rarity becomes very real when you look at high uncirculated grades. Most 1962 nickels in circulation today are worth only their face value, which is 5 cents, because millions were made and most were used in everyday commerce. However, coins that have never been spent, especially those with clean surfaces, strong detail, and full steps, are much less common. Collectors are especially drawn to coins that have been professionally graded and certified by major grading services such as PCGS or NGC. These high-grade specimens enter auctions and private sales where scarcity and collector demand can drive prices into the thousands of dollars. One of the most famous examples is a Jefferson nickel-graded MS with full steps, which has set records for the issue, reflecting how rare it is to find such outstanding quality. Recent auction records show this coin selling for prices far above typical mint state values. So what does a 1962 no-minute marked Jefferson nickel actually sell for? The range is enormous and depends entirely on condition and grading. In everyday rusty or circulated conditions, most examples are worth just 5 cents, exactly their face value, because they are still common in collections and circulation. Even lightly circulated nickels without special qualities don't usually attract much premium. The story changes once we talk about uncirculated examples. Raw uncirculated coins often fetch anywhere from a few dollars up to $607,000 or more, especially if they show minimal wear and have attractive surfaces. Genuine mint state specimens graded MS-65 or higher often trade in the double-digit to three-digit dollar range, reflecting collector interest in pristine pre-1965 nickels that survived decades without damage. The real eye-opening values appear at auction. Coins with top-tier grading and full-step designations have been known to sell for $607,000, and the rarest examples have been recorded at prices reaching well into the five-figure range. These extraordinary results come from coins that are superbly preserved, robust survivors from a massive mintage year that nonetheless rarely turn up in gem condition. If you're starting to get interested in collecting 1962 Jefferson nickels, here are some key tips to keep in mind. Always examine the condition and detail. Wear and corrosion on the surface will greatly reduce value, while sharp detail and full steps can boost it dramatically. Consider consulting a professional grading company if you think you have a high-grade coin, because certified coins often sell for much more than ungraded ones. Pay close attention to the Monticello design on the reverse. A sharply struck series of steps indicates a strong strike and is highly prized by collectors. While encountering such a coin in rusty condition is unlikely, cleaning and preserving coins improperly can destroy those details, so always handle coins with care and avoid harsh cleaning. Finally, track recent auction results and price guides to understand how valuation changes over time and to gauge what buyers are willing to pay. The 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark may look ordinary, but it holds a special place in the world of coin collecting. Its historical roots, classic design, and the dramatic difference in value between common circulated examples and rare gem quality specimens make it a fascinating subject for collectors and investors alike. Whether you're quietly holding one in a drawer or you're hunting for that rare uncirculated treasure, this nickel reminds us that even the smallest coins can hold big stories and big dollars. Thank you for joining us in exploring this remarkable coin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more rare coin insights and market trends. Happy collecting!